Today I'm going to show you how to make a scrunchie like this one. Know the price. I'll be showing you how to do this one. I just did this one, but my Smarty Pants filmed vertically instead of horizontally, so I have to do this again. Here we have several different ones. We have this one. We have this one. And then this is the silk one. These are really nice. So here is our silk. It's a little, I might have neglected this piece for a month or so. When it comes to silk or any other silky fabrics, they must be sewn immediately, whatever it is that you're making. And this is why we get this result right here. Not an issue. I just have to do a lot more cleaning, but totally fine. So this is it. We are going to make a scrunchie, a silk scrunchie. Quarter inch for this. Back stitch. And I'm gonna go slow on this because I have I'm using a thread that I haven't worked with. It's very silky, very slippery. I don't like it, but it matches, so I have to use it. I prefer to cut all that excess threads and string right away rather than waiting, because it just makes it easier for me. So then we fold it in, right side in, wrong side out. We create like a little burrito, fold it in, and then put the seams together. Quarter of an inch. And we also have to make sure we don't eat the inside that we folded in when we're sewing. Backstitch immediately. And this time I'm going to try to be cautious, so that towards the end, when I'm leaving my little space to flip it inside out, the sides aren't short. Earlier I made one and I had too much fabric on one side, on the top side, because I was pulling the fabric. You don't pull, you just let the fabric do its thing. Ooh, this makes me tense. So make sure you don't grab the wrong fold. Difficult for me not to pull the fabric because I'm trying to arrange it or sew it as aligned as possible. And in that process, see how you're starting to see my final side in there. It's very easy, very quick. The silk ones always take me a little longer because I am a little more cautious. I want to get them right. Here you can see the reversed side of it. Here, start to see this mess. See how there's more fabric on top? That happened earlier. It's not a problem. We can work with that, but ideally we don't want any excess on either side. In this case, since we already have it, I'm gonna create a little gap out here where I'm gonna eat the small section of it so that it's easier for me. It's a scrunchie, so it's gonna be folded anyways. Ideally, you don't ever want to do that. In this case, just because I'm filming this, I don't want to struggle towards the end. I created myself a little cheat area here. So let me cut our threads, and I'm gonna cut off all this extra strings and stuff that's coming out, just to make it easier for me right now. Everything else we leave as is, so that we avoid. And then I left about an inch. It could be an inch, half an inch, or more, depending on how comfortable you are sewing. In my case, I always leave enough space because I struggle, especially with this one, not so much. Thicker cottons are difficult. See how we're reversing it. Silks are very easy to flip inside out or reverse. And now that we have this is our final. It's a little, it doesn't matter if you have a little restriction or not as much stretch on your thread because it's for a scrunchie and we have enough elastic so that it won't snap. And like I said, this is a trial with this new thread. If I don't like it, it's going in the garbage. All right. I already have pre-cuts of 9-inch or 8-inch elastics. We use our little tool here. Excuse my nails, as I have been very busy. Now, when I'm supposed to cut them, here I am, making a video. We stick it in here and then we don't let go of this piece. Go all around. And then we give it some space. We keep pushing this tweezer tool. I'm not sure what it's called. Somebody out there will know. And inform me. And then it comes out on the same. Be gentle. Make sure not to rip anything or pull any extra threads out. So we make a knot. The knot has to be as furthest or at the edge of, at the end of the elastic. We pull nicely, and we pull from the other ends, I should say. Make sure that it won't come out. We cut the axis. We don't cut all the way. We just cut far enough so that if you pull a lot and it stretches a little, you still have access. I mean, not access, leverage. This is gonna look, now we're gonna close this. We leave it as small as possible so that when you seal it from the right side, you won't see it as much, but it'll hide. Now, go ahead and we do an edge stitch, not a fourth, not an inch. Edge stitch. Edge stitch is so that we can hide the stitching, back stitching. Silk is very difficult. I felt that it slipped a little there, but I'll find out if I messed it up. I don't want to lift the needle. You never want to lift the needle when you're sewing. So I'm just going to make it to where... No, it's good. I thought sometimes if I'm not careful, silk tends to slide when I forget that I'm sewing silk. Kind of moves when you have the foot. This is not perfect, but it's doable. Ideally, you don't want any lumps or knots or any of that stuff. I'm just gonna clean it a little. Let's see, from all these little frizzy threads. See how much time we put into this scrunchie? Now we have a perfect scrunchie that won't damage your hair. That looks amazing, feels amazing, and you can even wear it like this. Doesn't it look cool? Perfection. Now we get our tag. Yeah, we get our tag. We tag it. And there we have it. A perfect silk scrunchie. There. You have your collection of scrunchies. Easy.